I didn't know how to take her words. Were they a backhanded compliment? I've heard my share of those, haven't you? When somebody says, well, Steve, you clean up well. What does that mean? The best one, or maybe the worst one I ever got, was one Sunday after church. One of our church members said to me, I like last week's sermon better. Does that mean they like this one a little bit? That was a weird thing to say to me. Like I said, I didn't know how to take what she said to me. She was the lady working the concession stand at a soccer game. She was a total stranger to me, and maybe she felt like she could hurl some confusing words my way. What would you think if you were a man my age and you went to the concession stand to buy a yummy hamburger, and the lady working the concession stand said to you, with starstruck eyes, as if she had just seen a movie star, she said to me, I thought you were Walter Matthau. I thought, huh? I could have said to her, and I thought you were Roseanne Barr, but I didn't. But I said, what in the world did she mean by that? I didn't say anything to her. I was confused by her comment. Was it a compliment? Walter Matthau, of course, at that time, has been dead years. He's been dead for years. So was she saying that I reminded her of a walking dead man? Or did she remember him from the movie Grumpy Old Man? And maybe she looked at me and thought I looked like a grumpy old man. Or did she think maybe he was handsome? Google his picture and tell me what you think. I don't think so. Now, if she had said to me, you remind me of Clark Gable, another deceased actor, I might have kissed her. If she had said, you remind me of Barney Fife, I might have kicked her. But like I said, I didn't know what she meant. What did she mean by the comment? Instead of backhanded compliments, I think that's what she was giving me. How about real ones? Mark Twain once said that he could live for 2 months on a compliment. Me too. Psychologist William James said that our greatest need is the need to feel appreciated. The writer of Proverbs joins in this discussion in his quote from chapter 18, where he says, a tongue has the power to nourish life or to kill it. With your words, you can nourish life or kill life. So we should all learn the habit of giving thanks to God and blessing the lives of other people. Find the good in other people. There's a lot of good in people today. Find it and bless that good. Find the good in life and thank God for it. A Scottish minister awoke one Sunday to a dark Sunday morning. It was freezing cold and the rain was falling sideways. Really rough Scottish Sunday morning. One of his deacons whispered to the other deacon and said, I don't think the Reverend can find anything to give thanks for today. The pastor began the service with a prayer. We thank you, Lord, that the weather is not always like this. In Old Testament days, the parent would give the blessing to the child, typically to the older child. The blessing acted on one hand like a will or an estate, bestowing material blessings on the child, but it also meant approval and pride. In fact, the word blessing in Hebrew means to speak well of or praise. So for the child to receive the parent's blessings meant that the parents thought well of the child, that the child had their approval, that the parent was proud of the child. We need to do more of that, folks, a lot more. So say a word of blessing to God for all you have, then say a word of blessing on others because they too are made in the image of God. But be careful what you say. If you start the sentence with, you remind me of, be oh so careful. If you finish the sentence with Walter Matthau, then make sure you say it to a grumpy old man.